Okay, so today is day one of the UK's isolation lockdown situation because of coronavirus or COVID-19. Currently, I'm at work because my work constitutes as an essential workforce at the moment, because my job now do COVID-19 cleanups in houses that have been left alone at the moment while the people who own that house has gone to hospital because they have the virus. So we go in and we essentially clean and decontaminate the house to make sure that coronavirus is no longer in that house, or at least to say that they've got less of a risk of contracting it when they go back into that house. At the moment, I'm in Luton actually doing another job. I'm actually doing a fire clean. I'm not doing coronavirus cleans at the moment, but because our company does that, we are essentially classed as an essential workforce at the moment. That could change. I mean, we've got work today and tomorrow, but we might not have work after that. Thursday, Friday, we might not have work. So it just depends at the moment in terms of my work, but I don't really want to talk about work too much, but I want to talk about more of the coronavirus here. So I'm at work right now, and like I say, today is the first day of the UK's lockdown because of COVID-19. We are in a place called Luton, which is about an hour and 10 minutes drive from where I live, which means that I drove this morning for an hour and 10 minutes, give or take, to get to where I need to work today. Which means that I had a lot of sight on the roads. I saw who was on the roads, and there was a lot of vehicles. It should have been deserted. Should have only been key workers on the road. But instead, there's a lot more people about. There was a lot more people driving, I don't know where, but there was a lot more than what you would imagine. There was at some points people queuing up like 6-7 cars in a row, just going down a single lane road or whatever. When realistically, if it's as bad as this and we're all on a lockdown, everyone should be in their houses. They shouldn't be out in their cars going to wherever they're going. I think part of the issue is that so many people, regardless of what job they do, they think that they're an essential worker when they're not. I've seen some people say they're an essential worker and really they're not going to benefit the economy within the next 2 weeks. I don't want to single anyone out, but you know when someone's job is more important than something else when it comes to a crisis like this. You need people to, give food to you and deliver food and medicines and hospitals and policing and army and, potentially even my company where we're cleaning the actual disease itself. You need people like that, but you don't need people who are doing things that aren't related to it, shall we say. But there's a lot of people who think that they're important and think their job is essential, so therefore they're going to work when they're not actually essential and they should be staying at home because they should be getting the government's help, like affording their rent or whatever. But I think as day one is, nobody knows what's happening, so that's how day one is. I've not got any footage at the moment, and maybe I'll get some in a bit, of the roads because I've been driving the van, so I can't drive and go on my phone because obviously that's illegal. But I mean, there's been plentiful cars on the road, but less than normal. You would probably think it's a Sunday, but actually today's a Tuesday. So that's the situation at the moment. Nothing too different at the moment. There are still people walking around with masks on, which have been the norm now for about the past month. There's people walking around with gloves on. Again, that's sort of the norm at the moment because of the whole virus. So nothing too out of the ordinary yet, just less people walking about in general. There's no groups of people that I've seen. I've not seen a single group of people above 2 people. You can actually have a group of 3 people here in the UK right now. You can't have any more than that. Any more than 3 people, then you get dispersed, I think, or someone's going to get involved to tell you off. And those 3 people have to be in the same household. You cannot meet up with your mates. You cannot meet up with anyone outside of your household unless you're working with them. That's as far as I've taken from this anyway. That's what I understand from this at the moment. So during this lockdown, absolutely no one can leave their houses unless for a good reason. No one's allowed to drive their cars, no one's allowed to do whatever apart from riding their bike or going for a walk once a day. However, there is still normal traffic, or at least pretty normal traffic. If you look behind, there are cars going about. Nice sunny day like today would warrant the pub to be open for everyone to be here right now, for it to be busy, and instead it's just deserted. Let's go down this alleyway here. Though it's only a Tuesday as I'm recording this, as this is the first day of quarantine, there'd normally still be a lot of people out and about, even in these alleys. Walking in between, one person over in the distance running, even going to the pub or whatever it might be that they're doing in these alleyways. Ignore all the construction going on. Normally, down here on this walkway and this side when it's open is really busy, full of people. I mean, I know right now it's about 6 o'clock at night on a Tuesday, but it's normally busier than this. Here comes a little bit of traffic, and that's about it. And our town's busiest park right here is almost deserted. We've got a couple people over at the skate park, and then if we zoom around here, you've got about 3 people and a dog playing football. This is on a day like today. Let's not ignore the fact that it's really sunny, and it's been sunny all day today. For British people, this is summer, at least summer weather. This would be full of people playing sports and football. But instead, here we are stood in this field, in this park, which is split by 3 different fields, and it's completely empty. Again, I'll turn around in this field, which is a part of the park that we were just in, just the next field along. Absolutely no one. Actually, there is 2 dog walkers up there, but they're both walking the same dog. Social distancing is actually happening here. People are actually keeping 2 meters away from everyone else, which at least is a bonus because nobody's really been listening to the whole traffic thing and only get out of your house if it's an emergency type of thing. It's a bit weird actually here in the UK. Nobody really knows what's happening. People don't know if they should be going to work because it's not actually clear if we're on a proper full lockdown or not. Which is why I think there's a lot of confusion, as well as the fact that people just want to go to work. They don't want to be paid less than their normal salary because it's going to mess with their mortgage and everything. So, you know, people aren't actually going to want to go to work. But I feel like other countries have really listened to their government, whereas the English people have not listened to their government at all. And British people tend to just do their own thing. There's a lot of cars still on the road, very little amount of police. I've seen 2 police cars this whole day today. I've driven for 3 hours today and seen 2 police cars. So that tells you how many police cars are about, and actually both of those police cars are within my town where I'm at right now. If you fly drones and you know how to get rid of like the lag and the interference and everything like wrong with drones, then please let me know. Every time I fly my drone, I always have an issue where like it starts to lag, the connection just goes really bad, and just everything with it just isn't as good as what it says on the package. I've read a few things about the wires sometimes need changing and stuff because they're just not great with that machine, but if you have any idea, put down in the comments below, because the footage I got I think wasn't that great. And again, it's because of the connection not being that great because of interference, but I don't know what interference it could have had, because right now it's dead. There's nothing in my way to interfere between the controller and the drone, and yeah, just overall it's just not that good. Like, you know, it keeps on, every time I've flown it, it's always had some sort of an issue. This time it happens to be the connection, but that was a little look over the town I'm in. You know, a little bit of traffic. I mean, if you see what it's like on a normal day, I'll put a clip here now comparing 2 side-by-sides of the same roundabout that I shot. Clip on the right is from just now, clip on the left is from about 6 months to a year ago. I don't know exactly when, but it's from about a year ago, let's say, and it was shot roughly the same time of day but a different day. So I think clip on the left was shot on a Saturday, if I remember correctly, whereas today it's shot on a Tuesday. But you get the idea of what the difference is between having a virus like this and being on a lockdown and just being normal. I still say though that, however, this is too much traffic to have when we're meant to be on a lockdown, for God's sakes. But again, I think it all comes back to the fact that nobody knows what they're doing with a lockdown. So the UK government said that we're allowed to go out for a cycle, a run, a walk, whatever it might be, but 1 daily activity max. They didn't say how long you can go out for. Is it a 5-minute run? Is it a 2-hour run? I don't know. I've been outside all day anyway because I've been working, and that's not going to change for me. I'm going to try and make coronavirus, or this lockdown, a reason for me to get back out on my bike and for me to try and get a little bit more stamina so I can actually use my bike again, because at the moment my stamina and my health is really not that good. Park again, still empty, not going to change. Everyone's inside playing their PlayStation or watching TV. I can see around here the bus services are still on. I don't know if you can see that in the background. Bus services are still on. Talk about getting a load of people on the same vehicle to drive. Surely that's social distancing not allowed or something. Anyway, I need to get back because I need to edit my last vlog before this vlog can go up. My last vlog being Dortmund. I've not yet actually started editing it. I'm hoping to get it started and finished tonight. So let's see if that happens. Just finished editing on that vlog. It's actually up right now. I uploaded it already, which is on top of Dortmund. If you've not watched it, go ahead, watch it. Otherwise, yeah, that's essentially it for the first day of the UK's lockdown. Yeah, I mean, feel free to put anything in the comments if there's anything extra you want to add to this. I'm doing a daily vlog, or at least I'm going to try and do a daily vlog for this whole lockdown situation, more just for keeping like a video diary of this event, because so many people have been saying that this is like something that people are going to be thinking about and talking about for years to come, as in like hundreds of years to come, because this is like the World War of our generation. So I thought it'd be a good idea just to sort of vlog and document the journey, at least from my perspective, while we go through it. Currently we got 3 weeks of doing this, maybe even longer depending on how the virus goes. That being said, I'm going to leave the video there. That's everything really to talk about in the first day of lockdown. Again, I'm going to have a video tomorrow, the next day, the day after, hopefully, as long as I keep to that schedule. Yeah, see how it goes. Hopefully it won't be too bad, you know, using my bike riding every day, or at least most days if I can get out and ride my bike if I get time to, or going for a run or something like that. It will always help breaking up the day a bit. Other than that, I mean, if I'm going to be inside, I'm just going to be watching TV or whatever it might be, so there's not too much for me to get bored on, to be honest. But anyway, end of this video. That's the end of day 1 of the UK's lockdown. If you like the video, like it, all that good stuff, and I will catch you for the second day of the lockdown. Until then, peace out.